Hello.
Yes, Manoj, go ahead.
Okay. So it is 5:30. We will begin the session today. Ladies and gentlemen, may I please request all of you to put your mics on mute and join your hands in beloved Baba's remembrance by saying the prayers, which will be followed by the Marathi Arti. Avtar Meher Baba ki Jai. O Parvardigar, the preserver and protector of all, you are without beginning and without end, non dual, beyond comparison, and none can measure you. You are without color, without expression, without form, and without attributes. You are unlimited and unfathomable, beyond imagination and conception, eternal and imperishable. You are indivisible and none can see you but with eyes divine. You always were, you always are, and you always will be. You are everywhere, you are in everything, and you are also beyond everywhere and beyond everything. You are in the firmament and in the depths. You are manifest and unmanifest, on all planes and beyond all planes. You are in the three worlds and also beyond the three worlds. You are imperceptible and independent. You are the creator, the Lord of lords, the knower of all minds and hearts. You are omnipotent and omnipresent. You are knowledge infinite, power infinite, and bliss infinite. You are the ocean of knowledge, all knowing, infinitely knowing, the knower of the past, the present, and the future, and you are knowledge itself. You are all merciful and eternally benevolent. You are the soul of souls, the one with infinite attributes. You are the trinity of truth, knowledge, and bliss. You are the source of truth, the ocean of love. You are the ancient one, the highest of the high. You are Prabhu and Parameshwara. You are the beyond God and the beyond God also. You are Parabrahma, Allah, Ilahi, Yazdan, Ahura Mazda, and God the Beloved. You are named Izat, the only one worthy of worship. We repent, O God, most merciful, for all our sins, for every thought that was false or unjust or unclean, for every word spoken that ought not to have been spoken, for every deed done that ought not to have been done. We repent for every deed and word and thought inspired by selfishness, and for every deed and word and thought inspired by hatred. We repent most specially for every lustful thought and every lustful action, for every lie, for all hypocrisy, for every promise given but not fulfilled, and for all slander and backbiting. Most especially also we repent for every action that has brought ruin to others, for every word and deed that has given others pain, and for every wish that pain should befall others. In your unbounded mercy, we ask you to forgive us, O God, for all these sins committed by us, and to forgive us for our constant failures to think and speak and act according to your will. Beloved God, help us all to love you more and more, and more and more, and still yet more, till we become worthy of union with you. And help us all to hold fast to Baba's Daman till the very end. Avatar Meher Baba ki Jai. Aarti.
जिथे कल्पना शब्द न जाती, ऐसा अपरूपा नेती म्हणून वेदही थकले, महिमा तुझा अपार। मैं हर अवतारा स्वीकारा, आरती तुमची केली, मनी निरंजन लावून ज्योत मनाची। मैं हर अवतारा स्वीकारा, आरती तुमची केली, मनी निरंजन लावून ज्योत मनाची। धूप जाळूनी दीप लावूनी, पुष्पे अर्पूनी देवा, पुष्पे अर्पूनी। मोठेपण का मजला तुमचे, तुम्हा देवोनी। मी हर अवतारा स्वीकारा, आरती तुमची केली, मनी निरंजन लावून ज्योत मनाची। तुम्हीच कारक, तुम्हीच कारक, आदि तुम्ही अंती देवा, आदि तुम्ही अंती। तुमच्या सम हो तुम्हीच देवा, दुसरी ना होती देवा, दुसरी ना होती। मी हर अवतारा स्वीकारा, आरती तुमची केली, मनी निरंजन लावून ज्योत मनाची। तुमची माया सर्व चराचर, छाया ही तुमची देवा, छाया ही तुमची। अनंत तुम्ही थोरी नकळे, वर्णावी कैसी। मी हर अवतारा स्वीकारा, आरती तुमची केली, मनी निरंजन लावून ज्योत मनाची। माझा मजला ठावन महिमा, सांगू तव कैसा, महिमा सांगू तव कैसा। अन्यपणे मी गातो भजतो, माझा भाव असा देवा, माझा भाव असा। मी हर अवतारा स्वीकारा, आरती तुमची केली, मनी निरंजन लावून ज्योत मनाची। कृपावंत तुम्ही असीम, तुम्हा काय कुणी द्यावे देवा, काय कुणी द्यावे। एक मागणे शरण तुझे, नित तव व्हावे। मी हर अवतारा स्वीकारा, आरती तुमची केली, मनी निरंजन लावून ज्योत मनाची। मी हर अवतारा स्वीकारा,
Jai Baba, Avatar Meher Baba ki Jai. Rakesh, can we remove the slide from the screen, please?
Manoj, the slide is already removed. Maybe
Yeah.
your network is slow, so maybe there's a delay.
Okay, all right. Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
We can hear you.
Yeah, yeah. We will begin. Today's session, of course, is dedicated to our dear Erach uncle, Erach Jasawala, Avatar Meher Baba's one of his very close Mandali members, who we often see with beloved Baba in many films, who translated his gestures, who was with Baba constantly throughout his tours, whether they be the Must tours or the tours to the West, and someone who, after Baba dropped his body, took over the role of sharing and narrating many experiences and many anecdotes of his life with beloved Baba. Today, we will begin this evening session with a film wherein we see Erach talking on the subject of to be absolutely natural. What does it mean to be natural? This will be followed by a talk by Sam. Sam will narrate his anecdotal experiences with Erach. And then we have something unique that we would like to present. Every year, as all of you know, the Avatar Meher Baba Bombay Center presents a play on beloved Baba's life. And we have several people doing several roles in that play for many years. So the person who has been doing the role of dear Erach uncle for so many years, our very own and very dear Nimesh Mistry. Nimesh will talk in an interview with Mervina or a conversation with Mervina. Nimesh will share his experiences of playing that part for the last 15 years. This will again be followed by a short film on Erach. This is an interview that he gave in the year 1994, offering our imperfections, and followed by Dhun and meditation. So this is how the program will flow forward. May I please request for the movie on the interview to be natural, the short film to be natural, on Erach Jasawala to be played. Avatar Meher Baba ki Jai.
But the other day there was a discussion about that it seemed like you folks, the Mandali, put more stress on remembering Baba as a person than cultivating a real living relationship with him within oneself. Do you feel that, is it just that people aren't ready for that, or why, which one should be cultivated, or which one is perhaps more important to sustain us through this time that we have to wait for him?
I don't know. I don't know what I should tell. The only thing is that there's nothing to cultivate. We speak of soil being cultivated. What do? Do you do something to it? You add something to it, or remove the weeds, or expose it to the sunlight, allow the water to drain in, and so forth. Likewise, if you speak in terms of cultivating oneself, we have to do all things to ourselves. And what is needed is, I don't know myself what cultivating is. It's just living for him. That's what I know. We never cultivated anything of the sort. We had to live for him and were sustained by his grace. Likewise, the world, if it were to live for him, will remain sustained by him. In a living experience, it will be so. But who lives like that? There's nothing to be cultivated, but just to be totally relied upon him. And by his grace, everything will come in its proper place, show itself in its proper place.
But he himself said, Erich, that he, Baba, is for those who are not for themselves. But even if we do little good intentioned things for other people, our ego gets in the way. So how is it possible to live that life not for ourselves, but for Him?
Well, one has to live for oneself, isn't it? Unless one has the blessing or the benediction of His grace, that, well, He says, well, leave everything and come to me. So one has to live for oneself. But in one's daily life, one can live the way that one can live when he leaves, when he gives the call to leave everything and come to Him. So likewise, we don't leave everything and come to Him, but we can at least live for Him while not leaving everything and come to Him. So what we do is remember Him time and again, think of Him, we'll focus ourselves on the situation, having in the responsibilities and the duties that are there. And at the same time, bearing in mind that the doer, the cause, and the deed are all emanating from Him and are Him. We are but the instruments. A blacksmith has a hammer. He hammers, he molds, he does this, that, and everything. But hammer doesn't do anything. It's the hand of the blacksmith that does. So if we bear in mind that we are just the instrument, and He is the one who does things, who causes things to be done, and the deed done are all Him, then it is very easy. That is what you may mean by cultivating one's life, you see, or habits, or cause oneself to live the way that He would want us to live. So bear in mind, at the back of your mind, it should be that He is the doer.
So that was a short film जहां पर एरच भाई इतनी बखूबी से बता रहे हैं कि बीइंग नेचुरल यानी सहजता, बाबा के साथ हमारे जीवन में जो सहजता होती है, टू बी नेचुरल, हाउ क्रिटिकल इट इज टू बी नेचुरल इवन इन अवर डे टू डे लाइफ. एरज भाई का जन्म नागपुर में बहुत साल पहले, बाबा के साथ बहुत पुराना संबंध. 1938 में बाबा के पास पूरा परिवार आ गया था. उसके पहले वो बाबा ने उनको पंचगनी बुलाया था और बाबा ने उनसे पूछा था, बाबा had asked him, would you leave everything and come to me? And Eraj said so beautifully, and which came out in this film as well, that by your grace anything is possible. आपकी कृपा से कुछ भी मुमकिन है. और एरज का अगर हम पूरा जीवन देखें, his entire life with Baba, without Baba's grace, such a life, such an exemplary life would not have been possible. And I will hand it over to dear Sam. He's waiting for us. Sam, over to you. Your anecdotes, your thoughts on our dearest Erachandra.
Jai Meher Baba, everybody. Eraj Jasawala. हमारी कोई औकात नहीं to speak about a person like Eraj Jasawala, who was a Peter to Jesus, Arjun to Krishna, and Eraj to Meher Baba. That was his status. मैं उनकी बहुत सारी कहानियां हैं मगर आज I would like to narrate something, एक खूबी कि जिसके जरिए हम बाबा कैसे चीजें ऑर्केस्ट्रेट करके एक ढांचे में डाल सकते हैं, उसकी मैं बातें करना चाहता हूं. Like most of us feel कि they were all very close to Eraj, and that is how I also felt कि I'm very close to Eraj. कभी कदाच मैं बहुत होशियारी भी मारता था और उनके सामने कहता था, that time I used to be working, serving, कि मैं रिटायर होने के बाद I will come and settle in मेहराबाद and this and that. 2-3 दफे एरज से मिले तो ऐसे मैं फे करता था. तो एक दिन एरज टर्न्स अराउंड एंड टेल्स अपना रुस्तम फलाती, ये बंदा कभी आने वाला नहीं है. He was a perfect judge for idiots like me who just wanted to do peck about it. Anyway, मैं अपने आप को एरज से बहुत करीब महसूस करता था. I used to feel very close to Eraj, and that is why it was my innermost desire. अंतःकरण से मेरी एक बाबा से अर्जी थी कि जब भी एरज का आखिर वक्त आ जाए और उन बाबा के पास चले जाए तो I would like to be present. And because I was on such a job where it took me away from the country several days on end, I told all my friends and colleagues at the center कि अगर एरज को कुछ ना कुछ हो जाए and if I am not in station तो एक मैसेज भेज देना कि your elder brother is serious and your presence is required and I will be flown back immediately. तो एक्चुअली क्या हुआ कि वैसे कोई चीज की जरूरत नहीं पड़ी. इट सो हैपन कि उस समय ये बाबा का जो एक कमली कोट है जिसको आप सभी ने शायद देखा होगा म्यूजियम में, वो केस के अंदर, प्लास्टिक केस के अंदर रखा है जिसके ऊपर बहुत सारे ठिंगरे लगे हैं, ये वो. दैट पर्टिकुलर केस, जैसे कि आप लोग जानते हैं कि ये वेस्टर्नर्स दे डू थिंग्स टू परफेक्शन. तो दिस केस वाज मेड इन अमेरिका अंडर, आई डोंट वांट टू गो इनटू ऑल द डिटेल्स. वो बहुत सारे स्मिथसोनियन म्यूजियम से कोई एक एक्सपर्ट था, उसने फिर एक कोई जापानीज लेडी थी, ये वो करके सब. एनीवे, दिस केस वाज प्रिपेयर्ड ओवर देयर और उसकी इम्पोर्टेंस ये थी कि जब भी वो बाबा का कमली कोट उसमें एनकेस किया जाए तो इट वुड बी प्रिजर्व्ड फॉर पोस्टेरिटी. अब मैंने ये अपने पे ले लिया था कि इसको मैं केस को बम्बई लाके फिर अहमदनगर ले जाऊंगा, पहुंचा दूंगा. सो वो ऑल दोज थिंग्स वर डन एंड फाइनली व्हेन द केस वाज इन मेहराबाद, द लेडी हु वाज इन चार्ज ऑफ पुटिंग दैट कामली कोट, कवरिंग इट अप, उनका ये था कि सॉरी कि उसको कवर करने के लिए, तो मैंने उनसे अर्ज की थी कि बिफोर यू कवर इट अप आई वुड जस्ट लाइक टू टच इट एंड किस इट एंड पे माय रिस्पेक्ट्स टू दिस बाबा's कामली कोट. तो द लेडीज नेम वाज जैनेट जडसन जो कि अपने टेड जैक्सन की बीवी है, तो उन्होंने ये मैसेज भेजा था. सो आई गॉन अक्रॉस, और 30 तारीख अगस्त की मैं वहां पहुंच गया था. एंड पता नहीं क्यों ऐसे ही मेहराजाद गए थे. आई वॉज स्टेइंग एट द धर्मशाला, फिर वहां से मेहराजाद गए थे. तो आई वॉज टोल्ड कि भाई एरज की तबीयत ज्यादा ठीक नहीं है, फिर भी वो अपनी ट्रस्ट ऑफिस में गए हैं. सो आई रैन अक्रॉस टू द ट्रस्ट ऑफिस, और वहां पे ही वॉज जस्ट अबाउट टू लीव, और उनकी जो हालत थी, ही वॉज सपोर्टेड बाय 2 people on both the sides and he could barely walk. And मैं वो विंडो के बाहर दरवाजे की तरफ में खड़े रह के उनको देख रहा था, बिकॉज वी वर नॉट सपोज टू गो अप एंड मीट हिम एंड डिस्टर्ब हिम एंड ऑल दैट. तो जैसे ही उनकी नजर मेरे पे पड़ी तो मुझे रोना आ गया उनकी हालत देख के. तो इन्होंने मेरे को बुलाया, फिर पूछा, सैम क्या खबर है तेरी, ये वो. तो मैं बोला सब ठीक है. तो बोला तू रो क्यों रहा है. मैं बोला नहीं ऐसे ही रो रहा हूँ, ये वो. फिर उन्होंने आलिंगन दिया, एंड ही सेट इन द कार, एंड वो जा रहे थे. तो वैसे ही द लास्ट गुड बाय काइंड ऑफ थिंग, आई वेव्ड आउट टू हिम. एंड आई वॉज टोल्ड कि इतनी उनकी हालत खराब होने के बावजूद एरस केप्ट आस्किंग सैम केरावाला's डॉटर कि ये सैम को क्या प्रॉब्लम था, वो क्यों रो रहा था. लिटिल डिड ही रियलाइज कि भाई मैं उनकी ये हालत देख के आई वॉज फीलिंग सैड. शी सेड के उन्होंने 3 दफे ऐसे पूछा. एनीवे दैट वाज दैट क्लोजनेस दैट हिम एंड आई हैड. अब आई वॉज स्लीपिंग इन अपनी धर्मशाला की उसमें. तब अचानक से डॉक्टर श्रीवास्तव रात को कहीं 12, 12:30, 1 बजे ही नॉक्ड एट माय रूम के दरवाजे पे, एंड ही सेड के सैम, एरज हैज गॉन टू बाबा, एंड सब लोग मेरा साथ जा रहे हैं, तुम्हें आना है. तो ऑफ कोर्स आई जंप्ड ऑन, एंड द 2 of us सेट आउट ऑन द स्कूटर. रात को बहुत ठंडी भी थी, तो पीछे बैठ के मैं तो थरथर रहा था. लेकिन समहाउ बीच में रास्ते में एक कप जरा चाय मारी, और फिर समहाउ वी रीच्ड देयर. और वो जो माहौल जो मैंने देखा था वो मेरी आंखों के सामने से कभी नहीं जाएगा. ही वॉज लाइंग नियर बाबाज चेयर, उनको ऐसे लौटाया था. एंड फलू ब्रॉट आउट बुकलेट जिसके ऊपर वो डेथ सर्टिफिकेट काइंड ऑफ अ थिंग वाज रिटन आउट, एंड डॉक्टर गवेर साइन एंड ऑल दैट, वो सब चल रहा था. I went and bowed down and paid my respects to Eraj, and all these things happened. Then of course in the morning उनकी शरीर को मेहराबाद लाया गया था, और फिर वहाँ से समाधि पे, समाधि से वापस नीचे लाके आखिर में he was buried at the place where we see his tomb being done, which exists till now. और वो सब देखने में मैं इतना मशगूल हो गया कि ये जो कामली कोट का जो कामकाज था वो मेरे ध्यान से बिल्कुल निकल गया. एंड ऑफ कोर्स दे आल्सो डिडंट डू इट ऑन दैट डे. दे सेड कि भाई वी विल डू इट 1 or 2 days later, और मेरे पास वो वक्त नहीं था. तो उसी रात को 31st नाइट को मैं वैसे ही वहां से निकल गया. जब मैं बस में बैठा तो मुझे ये अंदर से फील हुआ कि ये कामली कोट वाज जस्ट अ कारण फॉर बाबा टू फुलफिल माय डिजायर टू बी प्रेजेंट व्हेन एरज वेंट टू हिम. दिस इज माय एक्सपीरियंस विद एरज एंड मेहर बाबा. तार मेहर बाबा की जय. जय बाबा.
Thank you, Sam. Thank you for sharing that beautiful little anecdote. I also remember I was a regular sitting with Eraj uncle whenever we went to Mehrabad, and particularly to Mehrabad. I was a regular, sitting with him and listening to him speak in the Mandli Hall, and there were many lessons that we have learned and imbibed by just sitting over there and listening into him. और एरज जिस तरह से बोलते थे, बहुत ही उसमें कोई देयर वाज नो ओरेटरी इन दैट, मतलब कोई बहुत बड़े वक्ता की तरह नहीं बोलते थे, मगर उनके भाषा में, उनके विचारों में बाबा के सिवाय और कुछ नहीं था। और इतने प्रेम से, इतने धीरे से हर बात को समझाते थे। अगर किसी के मन में कोई बात आई नहीं तो उसको दोहराते थे। और एरज की एक हमेशा खूबी रहती थी कि मंडली हॉल में, मेहराजाद में जब भी कोई नए व्यक्ति को अगर वो देखें जो पहली बार वहाँ पर आया है, तो हमेशा उसको पकड़ते थे और कहते थे कि तुम बाबा के पास कैसे आए, वो सबको सुनाओ। और ये एरज का एक तरीका भी था कि वो उनको बोलना ना पड़े, उनकी थोड़ी सी एफर्ट बच जाए और किसी को वहाँ पर बोलने का मौका मिले। मगर वहाँ पर वो जो माहौल जो एरज वहाँ पर उन्होंने जो क्रिएट करते थे, जो बनता था माहौल जब वो बात करते थे, उसका वर्णन नहीं किया जा सकता। आपको ऐसा ही महसूस होता था कि बाबा स्वयं वहाँ पर मौजूद है। और बहुत सी बातें एरज ने जो बताई है, बहुत सी बातें जो किताबों के अंदर भी अभी अंकित हो गई है। So many stories, so many thoughts, so many beautiful points which we see in films as well. I remember this little anecdote when Baba had just come back, Baba and the Mandli had just come back from the new life, नई जिंदगी से वापस आए थे, और बाबा ने प्लान बनाया था कि वो अमेरिका जाएंगे, वेस्ट, जहाँ पे 1952 में उनका पहला एक्सीडेंट हुआ था। तो एरज ने आने से बिल्कुल मना कर दिया था, और बहुत उन दोनों में बहुत बहस हो गई थी, तो दी एक्सटेंट कि बाबा ने एरज को कहा था कि तू यहाँ से चला जा। वो एक अलग स्टोरी है। तो फिर अंत में वो बहस का अंत इस तरह से हुआ कि बाबा ने एरज को कहा कि तुम और पेंडू भारत भर में जाना, भारत और पाकिस्तान, उस समय देश का बंटवारा हुआ था, कि दोनों जगहों पे जाके मेरे बारे में वहां लोगों को बताना। एरज मन में सोचते हैं कि इससे बजाय तो अच्छा होता कि मैं बाबा के साथ अमेरिका ही चला जाता। बट एरज बाबा को कहते, बाबा मैंने जिंदगी में कभी भी आपके बारे में कुछ बोला नहीं है, आई एम नॉट अ स्पीकर, मैं क्या वहां पर बोलूंगा। बाबा टोल्ड हिम वेरी ब्यूटिफुली, यू स्टैंड एंड स्टार्ट, आई विल स्पीक थ्रू यू, मैं तुझसे बोलूंगा, तू वहां पर खड़े रहना। एंड दैट इज हाउ this whole his entire link with Baba as far as speaking is concerned began. And what a great opportunity it was for all of us to sit and hear him speak. And there was one occasion जब आंध्र में बाबा गए थे, तो बाबा ने वहां पर, एरज यूज्ड टू स्पीक, बाबा बैठे थे वहां पर, काफी वहां पर लोग आए थे, खास तौर से देयर वर मेनी ऑर्थोडॉक्स पीपल हु वर देयर सिटिंग, एंड बाबा जेस्चर करते थे, एरज भाई बोलते थे। तो बाबा ने एरज से कहा कि स्पीक आउट एंड उनको बताओ कि आई एम द लॉर्ड ऑफ द यूनिवर्स, आई एम द अवतार। अब एरज भाई वहां पर हिचकिचाने लगे, उनके मन में आया कि अगर मैं ये यहाँ सब इतने सारे ऑर्थोडॉक्स लोग बैठे हैं, उनके सामने अगर मैं इस तरह से बोलूंगा तो किसके मन में क्या आएगा। तो वो he started hesitating, and then suddenly he feels a little tug, as if somebody is pulling his shirt, and he turns around and he sees it was बाबा खुद उसके शर्ट को टक करके कहते हैं, चिंता मत कर, मैं हूँ just speak. And he spoke. And there was no reaction, which Erach had anticipated. So that relationship was a very, very unique one. Let us now talk about a slightly different relationship, which is also extremely unique. So all the plays that we have done, इतने सारे हम पिछले 19-20 सालों से हम जो ड्रामा कर रहे हैं बॉम्बे सेंटर के, उसमें पिछले 15 साल से एक व्यक्ति एरच का रोल कर रहा है. बहुत ही बढ़िया तरीके से वो रोल करता है. अगर आप उसको देखें, आपने उसको ड्रामा में भी देखा होगा, आप स्क्रीन पे भी देख सकते हैं, यूट्यूब पे भी ड्रामाज अपलोड हुए हैं. He has an uncanny resemblance to a young Erach. And incidentally, after he started playing the role of Erach, it was found that his birth date and month and that of Erach is the same. And I can only say, मैं इतना ही कह सकता हूँ with some degree of certainty that इतने सालों से हम जो ड्रामा कर रहे हैं उसमें दो ऐसे कैरेक्टर हैं जो जिनको कोई रिप्लेस नहीं कर सकता है. एक जो ये निमेश मिस्त्री जिसने एरच का रोल प्ले किया है, और दूसरा है हमारा रोहिंटन ईरानी जिसने बैदुल का पार्ट प्ले किया है. ये दोनों कैरेक्टर्स आर वेरी यूनिक, वेरी डिफरेंट एज इंडिविजुअल्स, and you need a very different kind of a person to actually play that. And I feel very honestly that बाबा ने इन दोनों को अपना काम करने का एक बेहतरीन मौका दिया है. तो निमेश का ये प्रवास जो रहा है इतने सालों का, वो कैसा रहा है, उसमें से उसने क्या सीखा है, उसके विचार क्या है, उसके व्यक्तित्व में, उसकी पर्सनालिटी में क्या परिवर्तन आए हैं. आइए we'll all sit and listen to dear Nimesh in conversation with Mervina and understand what he has gained or ingrained by playing this particular part. It's over to you, Nimesh and Mervina. Thank you.
Jai Baba, everyone. Thank you, Manoj, for such a wonderful sharing, and thanks to Sam as well for such a beautiful sharing. And the film which we saw on, for me, he is Erach uncle because I've been seeing him, I've been meeting him since from my childhood. So the film which we saw on Erach uncle, in that he mentioned about we. What are we? We are just a hammer in beloved Baba's hand. And he is the one who makes us do the way he wants us to do things. So today's session, or rather up till now, whatsoever we have been planning under these Sunday Babaful programs, it may be Babaful programs, or it may be Winning His Heart, or it may be Shadows to Light sessions. I've always believed and I've always experienced one thing, that it is all planned by Baba and Baba only. And as Manoj rightly said, whatever sharing he did about Erach uncle, he was not a speaker. It is Baba who said that I will speak through you. So I can say that the same thing is applicable to us as well, to me and to Nimesh as well, because we both know that we both are not speaker. We are completely amateurs as far as speaking is concerned, as far as conducting anything is concerned. Whatever work we have been doing so far, we were nothing. And this is completely different that we have been doing so far in our life. So yes, Baba has taken over. I can only say that. So Nimesh, it's a great privilege to have you today on this session, and I'm sure it's going to be very interesting to know your journey so far with Baba through this medium called Erach's role, which was being given to you, and also you as as Nimesh Mistry. So my first question to you goes is like, before you got this role of Eraj, how much did you know about Eraj, and how much were you inclined towards Baba overall?
Yeah, so before starting, I'll just do a small prayer, which we do every time when we start performing at Mehrabad and in Bombay. So I would just say that whatever I'll say today, it is only for Baba, and there is no I, me, my in this, and whatever I will be saying. Jai Baba. Yeah, so and can you repeat the question, please?
Sure, sure. Before you got this role of Eraj uncle, how much did you know about Eraj, and how much were you inclined towards Baba?
So this is in. I remember distinctly. I came for the first play in 2004, and this is after watching the part two in February at Patkar Hall, and then I came. I was invited to participate in the drama, and basically that year I was not playing Eraj. I was playing something else, but the following year I started playing Eraj uncle, and basically uh, I had no idea that I will be doing something like this, and I had no drama experience. I was completely a shy person, not faced the audience, completely nothing. So, and this was a big responsibility given to me. So, and I knew Baba, but it was a very ordinary sense. There was no conviction and nothing of that sort. But when this responsibility was given to me, I started reading about Eraj uncle, his stories, whatever he used to narrate. I read the book as Mernosh recommended me to read this book. That's how it was, which was written by Eraj uncle. So I read uh, that book. I read all the stories which were available, that time. And that time there was no YouTube or these videos. I used to read it from the books. So you know it was all, I would say that whatever I know about Baba that time was through Ajaz uncle's lenses. I didn't read anything other than that, nor I was privy to any stories or any other mandali member. It was only Ajaz uncle's stories through which I know Baba. So I would say that Ajaz uncle actually introduced me to Baba in a way how I should look at Baba, and how I should think about Baba, how I should understand what Baba did in terms of his work and what it means to us all. So I think it was through Eraj Uncle's lens where I actually understood to whatever extent I could that what Baba is and what it should mean to us. So I would say that it helped me a lot to understand what Eraj uncle was and what actually Baba means to him, and also it actually apparently started, you know, how I actually saw Baba actually. So it was through Eraj uncle's lens, and that was my external preparation, and internally, I mean. Uh, I would say Eraj uncle's focus inspired me a lot. He was completely dedicated to Baba, so it helped me improve my focus on whatever I did in drama. I was very bad at remembering dialogues. I have a very bad memory, so this helped me, the what do you call, the focus. helped me to uh, listen to things again and again, refer to the script again and again, and that's how I was able to work myself, prepare internally uh, to perform this role.
Okay. So, as far as Erich Uncle's personality is concerned, from what I have been observing him from my childhood, uh, he was always a very, very transparent person. Whatever he was within, he was the same outside. And it may be anybody for that matter, it may be even Baba for that matter, but he always used to express his views and opinions very honestly, very bluntly, very frankly. Uh, so, as far as the personality is concerned, did you find any change in your personality after getting into this role of Era Shankar?
I think I would say that this particular opportunity given to me by Baba has actually changed me completely. There is a sea change. I mean, uh, what Baba actually, said about Eraj Uncle and what Eraj Uncle used to believe, how he used to say that whatever, you are within, you have to be reflecting that outside as well. So Baba also says that, you should not be a hypocrite. You should be externally what you are internally. So I think Eraj Uncle used to emphasize this a lot. At least this is the bottom line which I got from a lot of his talks. And so what happened is that I was a very kind of a very, I mean, obviously at I started working in 2004, and that was the same year I came into the drama, and the next year I was offered this Eraj Uncle's role, and I started reading and all that. Uh, so I was a normal person with lots of weaknesses. I mean, uh, so many weaknesses I had. Uh, I was a very short-tempered person. I had all the desires of any teenager would have. Lot of weaknesses. I mean, I can't list down the weaknesses. I think it will go into many pages. So definitely. But one thing which I started, I mean, or you would say one thing which Baba started working on me was this particular aspect of you know being outside what you are inside. And you know it's like, so my I intuitively thought that uh, if I am thinking bad about someone, some person who is in front of me, should I tell him that you are a very this kind of a person? uh, will I be able to do that? So I said no, rather I would change myself, inwardly. And I said that I should not think about that person in such a way, and hence whatever I think inside, I'll be speaking the same way outside to that person. So I actually tried, there was a lot of churn in doing this within me. There was a lot of conflict, but I think Airaj Uncle's stories and everything, whatever it was, and how he was so perfect in thinking how people should love Baba. So I think that helped me a lot, and I think today I can say with conviction that whatever I am in front of others, I am the same inside. I don't have two minds. I don't speak with two minds. I don't have some perception about someone internally, and I'll speak something differently upfront. So I think that is something which I have received what from the stories which I've read.
So you said that while preparing yourself for this role, you went through a lot of Erich Uncle's books. and you have come across a lot of stories of Erich Uncle and his working with Baba. So, in doing so, do you remember any such incidents of Erich Uncle with Baba that influenced you the most?
One story which, when I read, and which it inspires me, is the story where, I think Baba and Eraj were going for sighting a must. I think it was in Vengurla, and the must was, I think, Lala must. And it Baba asked Eraj that, I want to contact this must. How do we go about? And Eraj uncle says it's a long route if we go by road. So Baba says, no, we want to go immediately. Is there a shortcut? So he says, Eraj uncle says that there is an inlet, and but it is very salty. The water is very salty and it's smelly, and it's I would not recommend, and it is very dangerous. So Baba says, I would like to go use that shortcut, and and Eraj uncle talks to the person. They use a canopy, which is very fragile. I mean, it can anytime overturn, but they decide to go. And what happens is, Eraj uncle, Baba, and the the person who is taking them, uh, they actually drown. I mean, not drown, but they fall into the canopy. Kind of overturns, and all the three fall into the water. And Baba goes down under, and actually Eraj uncle, rescues Baba and brings him out. And Baba actually says that to Eraj uncle, that just as you have helped me out of this dirty water today, so also one day I will help you out of this filthy Maya. So filth of Maya, basically. So this was very touching, which I
Very
remember.
beautiful indeed. Yeah,
Yeah.
very beautiful indeed. So now coming to the drama, uh, was there any incident that happened during the drama, as far as say your costume is concerned, and were you disturbed, and how being into this role help you to deal with the situation? Because as we know that whenever the Mandali people, especially whenever they used to perform for Baba, they were very, very particular about each, and a lot of detailing was done, and they ensured that whatever is being presented in front of Baba is with perfection. So, keeping this particular thing in mind, was there any such incident that happened while you were on stage doing the role of Eraj?
Actually, this incident, I think that's only one incident, and it still disturbs me. Uh, this was the scene where middle of the night. I don't remember the location, but middle of the night, Baba asked Eraj to that he wants to eat coriander leaves. And Eraj uncle was in his shorts, and he's the background, I think, is that there was a already fight uh, in the marketplace the earlier day, and he had to and Baba actually asked him to go to the same market, basically. So but it was the middle of the night, and he was in shorts. That was the scene. Okay. So prior to the scene, I am wearing my full trousers, and before the and after the light goes off, I have to remove my trousers, appear in shorts. And it so happens that the light goes off, and I forget completely to change my trousers, and I'm in the trousers, and the lights go on. And there is a dialogue actually that गर्मी के वजह से मैं तो shorts में हूँ. And actually, you know, everyone started laughing, and I was actually,
Embarrassed.
I don't know how to react, and this incident actually, many times I recollect this, that why, I mean, why I missed this, and uh, but the immediate next thought which I get, maybe Baba gives me that thought, that if Baba was there, were there watching this play, he would have enjoyed this, because it was such a amusing sight, where you have to be in shorts, and you're saying that I'm in shorts, but you are actually not, you're wearing your trousers. So I relieve myself that it must have pleased Baba, and if not anyone else. So yes, this is one incident which I remember, and maybe that's how it has worked with me.
So I think looking at the time now, we are almost at the on the verge of concluding our session. So uh, before concluding this session, remembrance of Baba is something which Baba uh, and his mandali does, because Baba has been emphasizing, so his mandali has been all the time emphasizing that on this, but only one and one important thing, and that is remembrance. Remembering Baba in whatever situation you are, wherever you are. So, has this brought performing this role? Has it brought this particular shift within you where it has indeed helped you to remember Baba on every step of your life? And what is the concluding message that you would like to, or rather, a concluding sharing that you would like to do?
So actually, you know, basically, I've never thought that I do justice to Eraj Uncle's character, definitely, and I don't think, first of all, any, after performing that part and while practice, other than that, I don't think that, you know, there is any similarity between me and Eraj Uncle. Maybe, maybe my personality, to an extent, I am a subtle person, so maybe that's it. But otherwise, I don't think so. Uh, I uh, but yes, while performing and practicing and reading about Eraj Uncle, and how Eraj Uncle actually thinks about how one should love Baba, all that has inspired me a lot, and that has changed me as a person completely. As I said, that 10 years ago I was something else, and now I'm completely different. I would not say that I am able to remember Baba every second or every minute, but definitely there is a lot of change in at dealing with things. Every time I have to deal with a situation, I am not reactive. Every time Baba helps me to think about him and then respond to any situation or anything. So that change is there. And in the end, I would just want to say one thing, that uh, one should have one point focus on Baba. That focus, I mean, there are a lot of situations which emerges in life where people, turn to be wavery, or they tend to, you know, step aside from the path, and do so many other things, and it takes a while. It takes a lot of while to come back. And if you don't have focus, you will keep doing that, and the path becomes really circumfluous. So I feel that Baba has given us an opportunity, and one should stay focused on him. And I think the drama has offered me that, because of that, I am not involved in any other activity. I am not moving out with my friends. I'm not wandered anywhere. no parties, nothing. I mean, and my life has been able to, I mean, I have been able to focus on Baba by virtue of that. So I think one should have a 1 point focus on Baba. That's what I would like to say. Jai Baba.
Absolutely, that was a beautiful sharing by you, Nimesh. Thank you so much, and above all, thank you, beloved Baba. Over to you, Manoj.
Jai Baba.
Thank you, Nimesh. Fantastic.
Jai Baba.
Well said. Thank you for sharing. It takes a lot of thought to reflect on what you have experienced, and I truly appreciate what you have said. I think the point that you mentioned on one-pointed focus is so true and so correct. And I think all of us who have been working for Baba, or the opportunities that Baba has given us to work for him, are nothing but his grace, which is giving us a chance to try and have a one-pointed focus on him. The work that we do, that he wants us to do for him, is nothing but an opportunity for us to remain one-pointedly focused on him. Thanks, Nimesh. The निमेश ने जो कोरिएंडर लीव्स वाली स्टोरी बताई, ये ऐसी तो बहुत सारी, ये स्टोरी बड़ी इंटरेस्टिंग कि बाबा ने उसके एक दिन पहले ही जिस व्यक्ति के पास से एरच ने जाकर वो कोरिएंडर लीव्स रात को लिए थे, उसकी दुकान खुलवा के एक दिन पहले उसी व्यक्ति के साथ एरच भाई का झगड़ा हो गया था एक दिन पहले, और फिर रात को 12 बजे बाबा ने कहा कि जाके लेके आओ. He had to swallow all his pride and go and bring those coriander leaves and make that poor guy open the shop. Now, a lot about Erach has been said about what he said about remembrance and grace, etc., which is all very, very true. But there was one thing that Erach uncle used to always talk about, is that whenever you are handling a difficult situation or a tough situation, and whenever Baba has put you in any tough situation, he would always use one quality which was called tact, T-A-C-T, tact. In simple words, it could mean diplomacy, it could mean conveying a message to somebody without hurting that person. And he was a master at doing that. And that is also Baba's grace. And Baba used to put him through near impossible situations, give him impossible orders to fulfill, and Erach had to go out and carry them out. And this quality of tact that he displayed so brilliantly is something that one will always remember. And what does he say about tact? And something which I read, and I thought I will share with each one of you. And this is from our dear Rustam Falati's book, where Erach often spoke on truth. He would frequently assert that truth is that which upholds a person. अगर आप किसी को सत्य बताते हैं तो वो सत्य सुनने से वो व्यक्ति के अंदर परिवर्तन आता है. If he's changing, then it is excellent. Otherwise, it's no truth. And told the story many times in Mandali Hall how Baba himself had brought the message home to Erach, to him. Elaborating on this theme, one day Erach says, "You may narrate a fact, but in the process of doing it, if you belittle someone, that is not the truth." अगर आपने किसी को कुछ कहा, कुछ फीडबैक दिया, और उसमें अगर आपने उसका मजाक उड़ाया या तो आपने उसको चोट पहुंचाई, तो वो सत्य नहीं होता. सत्य वही होता है जो इंसान के अंदर परिवर्तन लाता है. So a pilgrim once said to me, people don't like it if I speak the truth about their nature. It depends on how you present it. You have to be very careful about what you say and how you say it. If you hurt a person, then it is not the truth, for truth uplifts a person. Suppose you see a person who is ugly and tell him that he is ugly. You have narrated a fact, but that is not the truth, for you have broken his heart. But if you were to praise him by saying that he has a simple heart and a friendly face, then it would be the truth. If you come to know that a Baba worker is doing something wrong or he has made a mistake, you have to tell him very carefully. If you just blurt out his mistake to him, he will react with anger. which you are not, with anger. It is because his perception will be that you are attacking him, which you are not. And he will then go on the offensive and attack back. That is what anyone would do if attacked. So you have to be very careful about how you point out a person's mistake. You have to be loving and tactful. First, you must win the person over with love. Let him know how his effort and work for Baba is appreciated. Praise him for something good he has done. Ask him what he is doing now. When he talks about his work and he comes to the part where he needs correction, carefully suggest to him the correct way to do it. Without telling him that he is wrong, suggest to him an optional way of doing it and make it appear that it is his suggestion and not yours. And that is a skill. It's an art, a divine art. That's how it was around Baba. Even the most ordinary thing became difficult, and that's what spiritual training is all about. One of Mani's favorite quotes on the subject was, "Karo to aisa ki khuda bhi khush ho aur shaitan bhi naraz na ho." Behave in such a way that not only God is pleased, but even the devil is not displeased. And Erach was a master at doing that. What a gift, what a great gift he had from the beloved. Let us move forward and see this short interview from the year 1994 on Erach, again talking on a very interesting subject, which about offering our imperfections to him. There is a lot of talk. Everybody runs after perfection. There is a whole load of management literature written on the illusion of perfection. And here Erach says that if there is anything that you wish to offer the Lord, offer your imperfections to him. May we have the video, please? Thank you.
What does eternal beloved mean?
What does it mean? He is because he is the only beloved, the beloved. So therefore he has to be the eternal one. There are no two beloveds, you see. Yeah. And beloved is be loved. The only one to be loved. So, and he is eternal because he says that he is the reality, and reality is eternal. And we being the lovers, we call ourselves lovers. So naturally we want to love somebody, and whomsoever we love is the one loved is the beloved of the lover. So that's why he is the beloved. But we have got plenty of beloveds in our worldly life, but he is the only beloved, therefore he is the only eternal beloved. So that's how it is. The beloved that never fails us. We have got so many instances in the world. We as lovers fall in love with somebody and we call the somebody our beloved. And how many times there have been divorces and this and all that sort of, but they are not eternal beloveds. No. Neither are we eternal lovers, nor they are the eternal beloved. Yeah.
So he will wait for us forever, Erich?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
He will let us play out our games, our theater of our life. He will allow us to play out forever until we are ready to come and play this love game with him.
Yeah. What happens is this, what he has told us, a simple thing is, it's a game of love. Lover loves the beloved. And when can lover love the beloved? The way the beloved wants the lover to love. When? The lover has to love the beloved the way beloved wants to love. So Baba says that, well, when I give the gift of my love, and he has said that that gift is, what is that gift? It's the gift that you see me as I really am. So when we see him as he really is, then there is nothing in the world that could stop us from loving him, and loving him more and more, and more and more, and still yet more, till we are no more. The more we love, we feel that we are not loving him enough. So that's what happens. So now what the game is, there is a real charm in loving. Now the real charm of loving is instilled in us by him giving the gift of love. Means the sight of his real beauty. So we want to love him more and more and more and more. But now the thing is, something happens, Baba says. The lover wants to love the eternal beloved all the more. And the eternal beloved, of course, accepts the love. But there is something that happens. The lover that loved the beloved, the eternal beloved, now the turn is that the eternal beloved becomes the lover. And the lover is raised to the height of the eternal beloved. And that is the union. That's the end of the game. The charm is lost of love. The whole creation, the whole thing is suspended on this game.
The whole game, you said, it all rests on...
The beloved becomes the lover and the lover becomes the beloved.
Yeah.
And that's the end of the whole game. The charm is lost. The charm of loving is lost. Yeah. The whole creation has sprung because of love.
Manoj?
Yes, thank you. Thank you very much. And I distinctly remember, मुझे याद है, the last time when I had met Eraj uncle, he had this very warm way of greeting you, and he would hug you. वो आपको आलिंगन इस तरह से देते थे जैसे बाबा खुद, ऐसा महसूस होता कि बाबा खुद आपको आलिंगन कर रहे हैं. बड़े प्रेम से आलिंगन करते थे. हमेशा आपके बारे में पूछते थे, जानकारी लेते थे, पढ़ाई के बारे में, व्यवसाय के बारे में. क्योंकि जैसे सैम ने बताया शुरुआत में कि उनकी तबीयत आखिर के साल में बिगड़ती गई, और जो आपने फिल्म में देखा कि वो मंडली हॉल में बैठकर बोलते थे, उनसे बैठा भी नहीं जाता था नीचे, तो वो खड़े होकर वहाँ पर जो विंडो सिल है उसके ऊपर सपोर्ट लेकर बैठकर बोलते थे. मुझे याद है गुजराती में हमेशा आखिरी सालों में जब पीड़ा और तकलीफ़ बहुत बढ़ती गई और उनसे बोला नहीं जाता था, मगर फिर भी बाबा के प्रति और आने वाले जो बाबा प्रेमी थे वहाँ पर, उनके प्रति इतना प्रेम था कि वो इतनी पीड़ा होने के बावजूद भी मंडली हॉल में आकर बोलते थे. एक बार उनके बगल में मैं बैठा था और आखिरी के साल की बात है, और गुजराती में मुझे देखकर धीरे से कहते हैं, आए बधु कारे पूरू थसे, व्हेन विल ऑल दिस एंड, ये कब खत्म होगा. और आखिरी के जो दिन थे, आखिरी समय जब वो मंडली हॉल में आए थे, तो उन्होंने अपनी बात रखी और चलते चलते सभी की तरफ मुड़कर उन्होंने कहा, ये मत भूलना, मेहर बाबा इज द बीइंग ऑफ ऑल बीइंग्स. इसको बिल्कुल भूलना मत. और इतना कहकर वो वहां से निकल गए.
जय बाबा.
और बाबा के इस नगीने को हम याद करते हैं. What a privilege it was for all of us to have met him, to have seen him, to have known him, and what a great privilege it is for all of us to see him even now and to hear him and to read about him and to read on him, read of him. He was a true soldier of Avatar Meher Baba. And at the end, as he himself would always say, Irach won the race. He won the race. हमेशा वो गुजराती में कहते थे, रेस जीती गयो. To anyone who went to Baba, who had lived his life and sacrificed his all for the beloved. At least I can say it with the greatest conviction in my heart, and it's my personal view, that he won the race as well. Whenever the avatar comes back, or whenever he will come back, there will always be another like Irach. Very unique and very lovable. Ladies and gentlemen, we will end the session with the dhun and the meditation activity towards the end, as we always do. We are ending it on the meditation in a very different way from before. And next Sunday, we will take a little break from speaking about all the Mandali members and do something a little different. So there will be an art workshop, which will be conducted by our very dear Baba lover, Ruchi Kale, Meher Kale's wife. So we will let you know about the details of that session for next Sunday. I can only say today that as we remember him, as we think of him, let us thank him from all our heart for bringing before us this really, really brilliant man, this great, extremely loving human being, and Avatar Meher Baba's great soldier, our dearest Irach Jasawala. Avatar Meher Baba ki jai. May we have the dhun, please?
मेहर बाबा, 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 मेहर बाबा.
अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय.
Avatar Meher Baba Ki Jai. I would request you all to sit back and relax your body by taking a comfortable seat. Ensure that the posture should not involve any physical tension or pain, because it would then draw your attention to the body itself. Now, gaze deeply at the portrait of God before closing the eyes in meditation, in order to facilitate to bring the features of God to one's mind's eye. Bring your gaze on the image of your beloved, Meher Baba. Passing thoughts come and go. Do not fight them. Let your eyes be fixed on his beautiful form, Meher Baba. Slowly close your eyes and continue to hold the image of your beloved, Meher Baba, in your mind. Get drowned in the divine beauty of your beloved, Meher Baba.
attention back to the Lord.